This channel, as well as the individual responsible for it, is not endorsed by, sponsored by, or employed by any of the lightsaber manufacturers and resellers mentioned in this video, as well as any lightsaber manufacturers or resellers not mentioned in this video. This video is nothing more than the observations and opinions of one individual based on his interactions with these companies as part of this lightsaber hobby. It is up to you, the viewer, to determine whether or not these companies are worthy of your time and money. This channel and the individual responsible for it do not have any responsibility for any risk or reward that you may encounter in interacting with these companies. Now that I have hopefully sufficiently covered my butt, let's get on with the video. Friends and neighbors, how are we today? Good to have you here. If you're new to the channel, as always, I bid you welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that way you don't miss anything. So, for this video, something different. I've done a lot of lightsaber reviews and talking about the lightsabers themselves. I haven't really gone into any detail about the companies that I've ordered from and my opinions about them, based on the interactions that I've had with them. And I figured, you know what, I've been at this for a good few months. There are others who have been at this longer than I have, but I think I have enough experience under my belt that I can talk a little bit about, what I think about these companies and what I've seen, what I haven't seen, and what I hope to see in the future. By the way, you're probably going to see quite a few edits with this video as I try not to ramble on too much. It's probably going to be a little on the longer side than some of my other videos, but I'm going to try to keep the rambling to a minimum. So if there are some jump cuts, you'll know it's just me trying to gather my thoughts. As I mentioned in my first video, my first experience was with Ultra Sabers. I'll start with them. I ordered from them several sabers as Christmas gifts to my sons. And I've ordered several sabers from them since. And I plan on doing so, several other hilts I have my eyes on. I know if you do a search around YouTube, there are a lot of people who don't speak about them very favorably for various reasons. Look, I like the company. All right, I've had good service by them. I like their products. They do have issues that they need to deal with. I will readily admit that. One of the things that a lot of people give the company flack about is their products, specifically the electronics they use. And I will say, as much as I'm a fan of the company, this is justified. Their electronics are outdated. A lot of other companies use NeoPixel and Smooth Swing, even in their RGB hilts. Ultra Sabers, for whatever reason, doesn't, at least as of right now. Somewhere down the road that may change, I don't know. But they are behind the times. I will readily admit that. Even as a fan, I'm not going to dispute that at all. I think that if they did switch to NeoPixel and, Smooth Swing and all that, maybe some of the flack would go away. Maybe. I don't know. But, for what it is, I do like them. I love their hilt designs. Well, some of their hilt designs. Some of the hilt designs I'll pass on, for my own reasons, mostly for aesthetic reasons. And they have other hilt designs that I look at, and, I think they're fantastic. So, I like what I like, The other thing that Ultra Sabers gets a lot of flack about is their customer service. Now, I will admit I have never had a problem with them. If I ever have a question, I shoot them an email, and within a few days at most, I get a reply. So, you know, their customer service has been good with me. But again, I can't recommend the company without any reservation whatsoever, because the fact remains that for a lot of people, the customer service has been inconsistent. There have been people I've read about and heard from who email looking for help, and they go quite a while before they get a reply, if they even get one at all. That's very inconsistent. So as much as I've had a good experience, others haven't, and I can't discount that. I can't ignore that. The other thing that Ultra Sabers get some flack about is their website. Their website is pretty inconsistent as far as what products are available and what isn't available. A lot of times you'll order a product and they give the blanket lead time for processing 3 to 4 weeks. Sometimes it is sooner than that, sometimes it is later than that, sometimes it is much later than that. Again, it's inconsistent. I can't deny that. I personally do not mind wait times. I'm not bothered by long processing times, as long as I know that I'm going to get what I paid for. Keep that in mind. It will come up again later on in my discussion. So, and with Ultra Sabers, even though some of the hilts I've ordered, I might have to wait a while, sometimes a long while, I still get the product that I request. That's an important point. Again, that's going to come into play later on. So, you know, like I said, I'm a fan of the company. I have not had a bad experience with them. Something else that comes up, though, is not so much for the company itself, but about the owner. How do I put this? The owner has, let's just say, a checkered reputation among the community, among the Saber community. I've heard a lot of stories. I'm not going to repeat them here. This isn't going to be that kind of video. Odds are, if you've dipped your toe into this hobby at all and done a little bit of research, you've heard some of the stories yourself. I'm going to be honest, some of the stories I find a little unbelievable for various reasons. If some of the stories I heard were true, then A, this company wouldn't be in business anymore, and B, the guy would be in jail. And as of this taping, right now, neither is the case. You know, some of the stories I just find outlandish. And I should also say that some of the stories I've heard, this may or may not be true, some of the stories that get passed around I've heard originated with people that have direct ties to Ultra Saber's competitors. So that kind of hurts. Again, it may not be true, but the fact that that rumor's floating around, along with everything else, kind of hurts the credibility a little bit for me. Some of the stories I've heard are plausible, and they may very well be true, but look, I'm going to be honest, I don't worry about things like that, what I call the behind the curtain stuff. If you dig deep enough into any of the big companies that are out there, you're going to find stories that may or may not be true. It's very easy to make something up and get people to believe it. I'm not saying that every story I've heard is false, but again, maybe I am a little bit jaded. I don't know. Look, I have a list of things that give me sleepless nights, and stuff like that is not on the list. Okay? I'm going to be honest. That might be an unpopular opinion. That's just how I am. You know, I focus my attention on how I am treated by a company, the service I receive, the products I receive, and so far, Ultra Sabers has not failed me. When they do, you'll hear about it. I won't keep quiet about it. But right now, they've done right by me, so I'm a customer. That's just how it is. Saber Forge shifting gears a little bit. Saber Forge is another company that I've ordered from that is very prominent and not without some controversy. Again, some of it is behind the curtain stuff regarding the owner, and similar to the owner of Ultra Sabers, I don't concern myself with that. I haven't ordered from Saber Forge as much as I have with Ultra Sabers, but so far I really don't have any complaints. As I mentioned in an earlier video, the Gladius that I ordered I had to send back because there was a problem with the recharge port. I emailed them and they say on their website that you'll get a reply within 2 to 5 business days. I got a reply within 2 to 5 business days. And they gave me the steps as far as mailing the thing back. It was under warranty. They'll take a look at it and see what they can do. As far as the any delays in processing and shipping, again, I'm not bothered by long processing times as long as I get what I'm paying for. And, you know, Gladius notwithstanding, that might be a one-time thing that you might get with any product, you know. So I really have nothing to complain about yet as far as Saber Forge goes. So I have several hilts from them I'm going to keep an eye on that I want to order from, you know, order with them. And if I do have a bad experience, again, I have an avenue to let all of you know about it. But right now, with Saber Forge, no complaints. Whether or not you do, if you do your research, you might have a problem with them. That is entirely up to you. That is entirely fine. I would never begrudge anybody who, for their own reasons, can't see fit to order from any particular company. So, that's entirely up to you. Shifting gears from them to the LGT resellers. There are a bunch of them out there. I've only dealt with 3 of them. Crimson Dawn, Rebel Sabers, and Darkbolt Sabers. Let's talk about Crimson Dawn for a minute. Speaking of unpopular opinions. I know Crimson Dawn is a company that gets a lot of good reviews on YouTube. A lot of people like them. I'm not one of them. Okay? I have had some bad experiences with Crimson Dawn that have completely soured me on them as a company. For one thing, I ordered 2 hilts, actually. Not for myself, but for my son, my 16-year-old. If you've watched one of my other videos, he co-starred with me in it. So that's what I'm talking about. I ordered 2 Wraith baselit sabers that he was going to combine for his saber staff. And what I received, or what we received I should say, the packing slip on top of the box said it was 2 Wraith sabers. The slip inside the box said it was 2 Wraith sabers. Inside the box was not 2 Wraith sabers. It was 1 hilt that was completely different from what I ordered. Now, it would be one thing if the packing slip said it was this hilt and they just sent me the wrong order by mistake, but to say that the box has what I ordered and for what I did not order to be in the box, that's a little off, okay? So I emailed them and I said, look, I got this. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I ordered. I gave them my order number. I told them, you know, walk me through the return process. I had to go back and forth with them via email several times to specify what my order was. Because every reply that I was getting, they were going to send me the wrong item. And I had to let them know, no, that's not what I ordered. This is what I ordered. This was my order number. Check it out. So finally they said, okay, here's a return slip. Mail back the wrong product. As soon as we get it, we'll ship out, you know, what you did order. Fine. I emailed it back. Well, I not emailed. I, you know, sent it through the mail. Got to confirm that they did receive it. I had to wait a little while for the product to come in. And again, it was the wrong item. Now, as you can imagine, this was frustrating for me on two levels. One, because I had specified numerous times what my order was, and they still sent me the wrong item. Again. But more to the point, this wasn't even my own order. This was my son's, that he paid for with his money. He gave me the money, I placed the order. So, he's the one getting shafted here. And as a father, that really did not sit well with me. So finally I said, look, this is trying to keep my composure. I said, look, you sent me the wrong thing again. I have mentioned several times, this is what I ordered. You sent me something else. In the middle of all of this, at some point I had ordered 3 Saber stands from them. They sent me a package, and you can probably see where I'm going with this. The package slip on top of the label of the package and inside the package said 3 Saber stands. There was only 1 Saber stand in the package. So I had to contact them for that and get 2 additional ones sent out. This took weeks, going on to maybe a couple of months before it was finally resolved. And the biggest problem I have with this is all I really got from them was a token apology. Yeah, we're sorry, send this back and we'll ship out your product. Never mind the fact that it took, several attempts to get it right. But all you have to say for it is, I'm sorry. Compare that with Ultra Sabers, where I had ordered a hilt that wasn't even for myself. It was a Christmas gift for my brother. And it was delayed, not by them, but by the company that sends them their parts. The delay was on their end. They offered me alternates, and I said, no, I'm content to wait. And they said, well, you know what, we appreciate you waiting. Here is a coupon code for 20% off of any future purchase. No expiration date, use it whenever you want. Thank you very much. That should be a service. With Crimson Dawn, I just got, I'm sorry. And that was it. Come on. I don't mind waiting for what I ordered as long as I'm going to get what I ordered. And with Crimson Dawn, it took several times before I did. So I don't want anything more to do with them. I've had my orders messed up twice. 2 separate orders messed up. I am not going to roll the dice and go for a third order getting messed up. I know Crimson Dawn is a darling of a lot of people out there, which is fine. If you've gotten good service from them and you want to order from them, that is fine. I will not, and that's why. Dark Wolf Sabers and Rebel Sabers, on the other hand, I will gladly do business with them in the future, and I still do. I've got a couple of hilts from Dark Wolf Sabers, not for myself, but for my kids that are on the way as I speak. I've never had a problem with them. And especially with Rebel Sabers. When I got my NeoPixel, I charged up the battery, put the battery in it, only had it for 24 hours, and there was a problem with the electronics. So I emailed them about it, and within 10 minutes of my email, I had a reply from Rebel Sabers with the return ticket, send it back to us and we'll take care of it for you. That's service. Okay? So Crimson Dawn, nope. I'll pass. Thank you very much. Dark Wolf Sabers and Rebel Sabers, yes, I will keep ordering from them if I find something from them that I want. So, there is one other LTT company I've ordered from, Mystic Knight's Armory. I got in touch with them. What I ordered from them was an empty hilt that was actually a pre-order that should be shipping anytime, hopefully. I have emailed and asked them about it. They got back to me within a day or two. Again, fine. I'm content to wait as long as I know that it's on the way. So that takes care of the LGT end of things. The only other company that I've ordered from, that I've had interactions with, is, of course, Revan Sabers. You probably know how I feel about this company already. Let's put it this way. If I'm a fan of Ultra Sabers, then I am a fanboy of Revit sabers. Okay? I will gladly order from them if I have the means and if they have a saber that I have my eye on. I've mentioned before, I have a custom idea that I want to get in touch with. I'm just waiting on the right time for that. I've interacted with them several times, through Instagram, email. They're always good to reply. They're always good to talk to. If there is a company so far that I can recommend without reservation or hesitation, it would be Revit Sabers. Okay? Granted, some of their hilts, some of their sabers may be a little pricier than you might get with LGT or whatever. Not to mention the fact that you have to deal with shipping. They're in the UK, I'm in America. So the shipping does get driven up. What you're going to get from them is worth every penny. I gotta say. Alright, I'm not going to go on and on. I could, but I'm going to make this video longer than it is already. So, again, if there is one company that I can recommend, without a doubt, it is Revit Sabers. Alright. I'm going to leave links to all of these companies in the description for this video, by the way. So, check out their websites, peruse them, do some research. Let's see what you think. As far as companies that I want to order from, I do have an order with Sabermock that I placed on May the 4th. So that's going to be maybe an 8-9 week wait. But I'll review that when it comes in. As far as companies that I want to order from, Saber Trio, of course, is the big one. The March reopening didn't go as well as they wanted to. Not their fault. They had shortages of their soundboards because of I guess you call it the computer chip shortage that's affecting just about everything. Not just lightsabers, but cell phones, computers, all that stuff. I heard that they've got a tentative reopening date at the end of July. So hopefully I will be able to order from them. I've got my eye on a couple. My son's got his eye on one. Hopefully that'll work out better. Vader's Vault is the other one that I want to order from. I have my eye on one of their sabers. I'm saving up for it though. If you know anything about Vader's Vault, they're pretty much the upper echelon of sabers as far as not also as far as price goes, but as far as quality as well, from what I've heard. So I've got to work up to that level. Hopefully soon I'll be able to at least place an order and just be on the waiting for it. I will say that as far as Saber Trio and Vader's Vault is concerned, I have yet to hear a negative review about either one of them. This is not meant as the final word. Alright, I don't have enough clout, if anybody does. I certainly don't, in this hobby, in this community, to give the final word on anything. I'm just giving you my opinion. Feel free to respectfully disagree if you want. It is what it is. So that's the beauty of this community. We can talk. We can talk. We can talk. But that's going to do it for this video. Feel free to leave a comment if you want to share your experience with any of the companies that I have or have not mentioned. Feel free. Let's get some discussion going, alright? Until I see you in the next video, please, 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 be good, be well, be safe, and be happy.